Are you ready to turn your wedding into an unforgettable spring spectacle? To elevate your wedding day into something a little more seasonal and fresh? From the venue itself to more natural touches, in this video we'll discuss some elements that you can add to your wedding day to really elevate the experience and embrace that springtime feel. Let's talk about it. Welcome back, my loves, to the Curated Wedding. I'm Nazlee. I run Offly Place, an award-winning wedding venue where we have hosted hundreds of beautiful wedding days. I've also recently gotten married myself, so I'll be unveiling my insider secrets and top tips from both sides of the aisle so that we can discuss the art of a curated wedding. So if you're interested, hit the subscribe button as well as the bell to be notified of my weekly wedding tips so you don't miss a thing. Now, spring is my favorite season and I'm so excited that we're finally getting in the swing of it. While everyone's talking about transitional dressing and spring fashion, let's talk about spring wedding trends so that we can enhance your wedding with this seasonal flair and add in some springtime charm. And you'll quickly see that it's all in the small touches. Now let's get into it. Number one is venues with a natural setting. Now, I may be biased, but I think when it comes to a spring wedding, your choice of venue is one of the most important elements. Spring is all about embracing nature and the outdoors, and if your venue is fully indoors with no views of any external grounds or access to outdoor areas, this is really going to affect the whole feel of your day. Indoor venues such as function rooms in the basements of high-end hotels, or on the other end of the spectrum, a really far more casual restaurant setting, they aren't necessarily going to be able to offer you peaceful views of natural elements and grounds that we really want to embrace when it comes to a wedding in spring. The grounds of a venue is such an important element when looking, especially in this season. So I definitely recommend asking about the outdoors from your initial show round. Just ask the team on site what the grounds will look like during spring. Do they have any daffodils, tulips, or peonies coming through that you might want to know about? Any other seasonal flowers that might add just a little bit of extra charm? If they can show you any photos, this would be great for giving you an idea of different outdoor photo locations as well. It's also really important to note how much of the outdoors is visible from inside the venue. Of course, plan A is to have your guests enjoy the grounds, but as we all know too well, the weather gods aren't always on the same page. Now, this is really important when it comes to wedding planning in any season and any location. You always need to think of a wet weather plan, a plan B if you will. Now, if the weather isn't 100% on your wedding day, you still ideally want to be able to have the natural views as a big part of your day. At my venue, Offly Place, our two main venue spaces, the conservatory and the Hester Ballroom, look out onto parkland. So you can enjoy the beauty of the natural elements, even if unfortunately you aren't able to spend a lot of time outdoors because of the weather. Now, this is exactly the sort of thing you want to be looking for when it comes to your venue in spring. Number two is floral bridal styling. Floral embellishments are definitely in fashion at the moment and the perfect addition to any spring bridal look. I recently shared Belle Powley's gorgeous Miu Miu dress with an A-line silhouette and thousands of crystal and floral appliques, really going hard with the floral trend. The look was so striking and still quite feminine at the same time, and I'm sure we're only going to see more and more of this kind of style. So whether you choose to have floral elements scattered throughout your veil, intricately woven into a hairpiece, or across your dress, these botanical accents bring this sort of ethereal and feminine charm into your bridal looks. And there's lots of different types too. They can be delicate and feminine or more graphic and fashion forward. If you're into your symbolism, this is perfect for you because flowers are symbolic of love, purity, and new beginnings. So they really are the ideal choice for a spring bridal look. You can even choose to include specific flowers if you want to personalize the look even further. Either ones that mean a lot to you or that have special symbolism that you really love. Now, the inspiration of natural elements is timeless, but the inclusion of floral embellishments in more unexpected places like your bridal look adds a really fresh and graceful touch. Now, if you're into this trend, but you're not sure if you want to commit to a floral look all day, you can always choose to add a floral element that is removable, so it can give you a second look as well. Gloves, overskirts, and detachable sleeves are actually great for this. I actually had a bridal photo shoot where I got to style a gorgeous overskirt by Maggie Sotero with delicate silk organza flowers on it. The overskirt itself was really long, so it created so much drama, but the flowers made it so much softer. This is the perfect way to add a touch of floral to your wedding day without committing to it all day, as the skirt can be so easily detached when you're ready. Now, whichever way you choose to go, spring brides, your floral bridal looks are calling you. Pastel tablescapes. Soft, delicate pastel colours are perfect for spring wedding tablescapes. Blush pinks, dusty blues, mint greens, and lavender purples are really popular choices, adding a touch of romance and fun to your tables. Now, if you've watched some of my other videos, you'll know that I think that your wedding table designs are really, really important. Let's be honest, it's where your guests are going to be spending a large portion of the day. So we don't want this to be an afterthought. We want it to be really considered and part of your designs from the start. Bringing in some pastel colours is really easy here. You can choose to have a lightly coloured tablecloth instead of the traditional white. You can choose to have coloured napkins. You can even have a few different colours to create this sort of playful, mismatched feel. Another option is to have coloured charger plates that will sit just under the service plate, or even glassware. Your table settings are a really fun and really easy place to add a bit of colour to keep this spring feel going and include something a bit different to your whole table look. Statement florals. Naturally, flowers take centre stage in your spring wedding design. Whether you choose to go for flowers specifically or more botanical elements with lush greenery and leaves, this will have a big impact on the styling of your whole day. Oversized or cascading bridal bouquets are perfect for this time, so really lean into seasonal flowers and work with your florist to create something you're going to really love. If you want to go for more of a statement, a really rich floral arch for your ceremony is going to make such an impact for the most special part of your day. If you speak to your florist, you might even be able to get it moved afterwards to include it as part of the decor within your wedding breakfast space. Around the top table is a really, really good place for this. Hanging floral installations also add a delicate drama and elegance to your day, so it's always worth speaking to your venue to see if this is something that they allow and if there are any restrictions that they might have. I had 2 hanging floral installations on my wedding day at Offley Place, and it really just lifted the whole decor of the space. So if you can do it, it really adds something special. We do have a few restrictions on hanging at our venue, so if you're booking with us, definitely make sure to speak to the team on site well beforehand to see if this is something that will work for you. Now, when it comes to your tables, choosing flowers in similar pastel tones will really bring your table design together. You can work with your florist to use different coloured vases or even bowls for the flowers to add an additional pop of colour as well. Now, something a bit different but a really gorgeous statement idea for your tables is to have slightly taller floral trees as centerpieces. It's something so unexpected, but it will really elevate the feel of your day and the design of the tablescape itself. For this, you'd most likely have to speak to a decor company, as they usually provide this sort of thing. So I'd recommend starting there if it's something that you're interested in. Patterned bridesmaid dresses. Finally, this is one of my favorites. Spring is the time to really embrace patterned and mismatched bridesmaid dresses. Spring is a transitional season after all, and this is a really lovely place for you to embrace this through the design of your day. Mismatched bridesmaids dresses are getting more and more popular, as it's, let's be honest, really rare to find one colour and one style that suits everyone in your bridal party. Now, choosing patterned bridesmaids dresses takes it all one step further, as it adds a new visual interest and pop of personality into the look. I'm sure any bridesmaid would love that, as traditionally part of the job of being a bridesmaid is to all look the same, all dress the same, and almost lose yourself a little bit for the sake of highlighting the bride. Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't be highlighting the bride by any means, but I don't think that everyone needs to look exactly the same for us to do this. Patterned bridesmaids dresses are really fun and playful and complement the bride and her wedding dress in a completely different way. And it's more likely to be a dress that they're going to be able to re-wear again, which they're going to love. So add a pop of charm and personality and keep your bridal party happy by considering some patterned bridesmaids dresses for your spring wedding. Now, all the elements we've explored come together to create a really fresh, modern spring infusion into your wedding day that your guests will not forget about. If you're planning on trying any of these ideas, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear about it. And give this video a like if it was helpful. It would mean so much to me. In the meantime, you can catch me over on Instagram on @the.curated.wedding, where I'm always posting fresh inspiration and tips, so you're not going to want to miss that. And I'll be back with another video next week. See you next time, and happy planning!